The airport, to many people, is a route to several parts of the world. It is also supposed to be the window through which visitors view a country. But in Nigeria, most airports in the country are gradually turning to breeding grounds for touts and criminal elements who fleece air passengers at the slightest opportunities. Now, in this report, TVC News Correspondent Sharon Ijasan exposes how touts extort money from passengers in collaboration with airline operators at the local wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos.
After many complaints on how passengers are being treated unfairly by airline operators, there is a need to find out what's going on. I went undercover to observe operations at the General Aviation Terminal GAT of the Murtala Mohammed Domestic Airport, Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. Sharp practices by touts in collaboration with airline operators to extort money from passengers thrive there. I purchased a ticket in Lagos to board an Abuja-bound plane. For a 6 a.m. flight, I arrived at the airport at exactly 5:20 a.m., but was told the counter was closed. I began to make efforts to get on the next flight, which was scheduled for 7 a.m.
I thought, give me the ID card, let me collect your boarding pass, you go inside. This is something I'm not charging you yet. If I don't necessarily you get your boarding pass, come follow me.
I'm concerned about the cost because it's about, I don't know if I'll be able to afford it.
It was a difficult task resisting the pressure from touts at the terminal who swarmed on me. They were assuring me of getting me a ticket for the same plane that was declared full by counter officials. But I opted to follow due process, and it did not come for free. It was at a great cost. Just like me, there were other passengers that paid between 23,000 naira to 100,000 naira extra to get a ticket. This is about 64 to 227 US dollars just to get on board the next available flight. A particular passenger who paid additional 100,000 naira for a seat on the plane earlier, said to have been fully booked, still paid 18,000 naira bribe to the airline manager on duty. She declined talking to me because, according to her, she works with a multinational organization which will frown at her appearance on television. I met Olakpade Ojo, who has similar experience at the airport. She was distracted by a tout on her way to the boarding counter. She still got there on time, but could not get the ticket.
He was taking me from one place to another. He said, oh, go and weigh your box, go and do this. And then when they weighed the box, they issued, the slip. I wasn't even checking in that box. It was meant to be a hand luggage, but he insisted I should. And all the while, I thought he was an official of the airline. So I was complying with his instructions, only for him to get to, that barrier that they put in front of their desk. And he was like, madam, I don't think you can make this flight again. Let me see if they can put you on the 7 a.m. flight. I was like, sorry. Why don't you take me to the person that is issuing the boarding flight? Is it not your co-staff? And then next thing I saw the security asking him, oh, who is she? He was not like, she's my client. It was at that point I realized, oh, I think this is like a middleman kind of thing.
I found out that airline workers deliberately close the counter so that they can capitalize on desperation of travelers to extort them. Femi Anino, a legal practitioner, tells me that passengers can seek legal action when their rights are violated.
If there is an issue and you sue, because you see, when you buy a ticket and the airline didn't carry you because either your name is not on the manifest or something, it amounts to a serious breach of contract. And what normally happens, whatever flows from that breach, you will get compensation for it. So each airline must have a compensation procedure whereby customers who are not pleased, how do you compensate them?
Another passenger narrates how the flight was rescheduled without prior information. He is not happy about flight delays and cancellations.
By 3:45, but I didn't accept that. I didn't take that because I'm working I'm working based on the information given to me, and the information given to me is I was supposed to leave this place by 3:45 p.m. So getting to the airport by 3 p.m., I believe I'm still on point. I'm still in time. So I argue with them. I tried to cause commotion and all that. And at the end of the day, they were like, okay, we'll book you for tomorrow's flight with no charges and all that. But assuming I wasn't trying to make scene, that is how I'm just going to lose my money.
Touts around airports engage in all sorts of activities like carrying passengers' luggage, making reservations for taxis and hotels, purchasing and reselling airline tickets. Besides, they extort air passengers by collecting illegal fees and engaging in stealing and intimidation of passengers. Touting and loitering within the airport contravene provisions of Section 3A, B, and E of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria Laws 2005. The law prescribes 6-month imprisonment for an offender on conviction. TVC News contacted Airline for reaction via email. But 1 week after, there has not been any response to the issue, even after automated reply from the airline confirmed receipt of the mail. Another mail sent to the regulator, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, did not get any response, despite the consumer protection mechanism established by NCAA.
Touting in and out of the airport is not new in the country. Though an aberration to international standards, many believe that they still exist in the country because they are in alliance with the airlines.
The number of passengers who have bitter experience in the hands of touts at the airport and their collaborating airline officials are quite enormous, but they are reluctant to share their stories. Most of them say they do not trust the system and do not intend to talk without getting results. Some respondents believe that a special task force for monitoring activities of touts at the country's airport should be established. Others recommended review and upgrade of airport security infrastructure to include closed-circuit monitors and other modern technologies to check extortion and other crimes committed by touts around Nigerian airports. Sharon Ijasan, TVC News, Lagos.